Hello friends, in the previous class I gave you the introduction of ratio analysis and what are the liquidity ratios. Three types of liquidity ratios I have discussed, gave you the formulas also. Based on that, today we will work out only problem related to this liquidity ratios. Let me give you a recap. We have three kinds of liquidity ratios. One is this current ratio, second one is quick ratio, and third one is absolute liquid ratio. Current ratio is the formula for this is current assets by current liabilities. Simple current assets by current liabilities. And second one is quick ratio. Quick ratio is the formula is quick assets by quick liabilities. How do you get quick assets? Current assets already we know. Current assets minus stock minus prepaid expenses. If you find stock and prepaid expenses that is to be distracted, then you will get the quick assets. Quick liabilities, same current liabilities except bank overdraft. Bank overdraft we don't take it into this current liabilities. Now absolute liquid ratios. Absolute liquid ratio formula is absolute current assets by absolute liquid assets by current quick liabilities. Absolute liquid ratios means we take only the cash in bank, cash at bank, that's it. Not even the debtors and stock, all these things we don't include, only current assets by current assets. Current assets means liquid assets like cash in hand, cash at bank only. And quick liabilities, whatever we found here, the same one we are going to take. So this is the recap of last class. Now today a small balance sheet is given to us. Based on this we are going to find out, calculate liquidity ratios. First let me explain this balance sheet, then problem is very easy for you. So here is liabilities and assets. Liabilities and assets. What we want? Liquidity ratios. Remember these formulas or write down first these formulas. Then it will be easy for you to identify. So first one is current assets, current ratio, current assets by current liabilities. For this fixed assets, we don't at all take it for the liquidity ratios. Liquidity ratios we don't take current assets, fixed assets. And stock of raw material, 1,50,000. Stock of finished good, both will come under the stock. They have given separately, but it doesn't matter. Stock value is 1,50,000 plus 1 lakh, 2,50,000. And sundry debtors, 1 lakh. This is current asset. Bank balance, 50,000. So we are going to consider 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 we are going to take it for the liquid ratios. And coming to the liabilities, equity share capital, preference share capital, both we are not going to consider. Both are not required as per the formula. Liquidity ratios means whenever we calculate liquidity ratios, we take only the current assets and current liabilities. This share capital is not required, so I kept it into mark. The reserves also not required. Next debentures is also not required. Next sundry creditors, bills payable. Only these two we are going to take. So by taking these two, we will work out the problem. In current asset side, how many items are there? Current asset side we have total 4 items. Stock of raw material, stock of finished goods, sundry debtors, bank balance. And on the current liability side, we have sundry creditors and bills payable only, these two. 2 and 4. First, we will work out current ratio. Current ratio formula is current assets by current liabilities. What are the current assets? Now see, current assets are 1,50,000. Raw material, finished goods, debtors, bank balance. 4 are current assets. We'll add 4. 1,50,000 plus 1 lakh plus 1 lakh plus 50,000. So total it comes to 1,50,000, 2,50,000, 3,50,000 and 4 lakh. Current assets are 4 lakh. Now current liabilities. Current liabilities are here 1 lakh plus 50,000, 1,50,000. So let's put it in the formula. Current ratio. Current ratio is equal to current assets 4 lakh by current liabilities 1,50,000. We'll do the calculation later. Now let's come to the quick ratio. Quick ratio, quick assets by quick liabilities. How do you get quick assets? What is the formula for quick assets? Current assets minus stock or prepaid expenses. Current assets minus stock. We don't have here prepaid expenses, so we'll deduct only the stock. Current assets are, we know, 4 lakh. 4 lakh is the current assets. 4 lakh minus stock. Stock means both 1,50,000 plus 1 lakh. Stock of raw material, stock of finished goods. Total comes to 2,50,000. It comes to 1,50,000 is the quick assets. And quick liabilities. Quick liabilities are, what is the formula for quick liabilities? Current liabilities minus bank overdraft. Bank overdraft is there, it's not given. So we'll take the same one only. Current liability is the same one. We treat it as a current liabilities. So we'll put it in the formula. Quick ratio is equal to, quick assets are 1,50,000. Quick liabilities are same one. Current liabilities only we are taking. Are you getting it? Quick liabilities are current liabilities only, because bank overdraft is not given. When it is not given, nothing to be deducted. So we are taking the current liabilities as quick liabilities. This is only we are taking. So current liabilities are 1,50,000. Quick ratio is over. Now we will do the calculation later. So now absolute liquid ratio. Absolute liquid ratio, for what we need? Absolute liquid assets. What are absolute liquid assets? Only this one. 50,000 is the only absolute liquid ratio. Liquid assets. Current assets, current liabilities. Cash in hand, cash in bank only will take. So we have now only bank balance. So absolute liquid assets are 50,000. By quick liabilities. Quick liabilities are, you know, the same one, 1,50,000. So we'll do this calculation. 4 lakh divided by 1,50,000. 1,50,000. It comes to 2.67. 1,50,000 plus 1,50,000 means 1:1. So this is 2.67:1. This is 1:1. And the third one, absolute liquid ratio, is 50,000 divided by 1,50,000. This is 0.33 1. So like we have calculated all the liquid ratios. So liquid ratios are current ratio, quick ratio and absolute yield. 3 we have calculated. At the end of the problem, once if we get the answer, we have to give the interpretation. How we can do. So for that we know ideal ratios. What is the ideal ratios? I taught you in the last class, previous class, introduction of this ratio analysis. As per that, so the ideal current ratio would be 2:1, and quick ratio 1:1, and this one absolute liquid ratio 1:2. So these are the ideal ratios. Now if you see current ratio, what is the ratio we got? 2.67:1. Means for every current liabilities, current assets should be double or more than double. Yes, it is more than double. 2.67 is more than double to liquid liabilities. You can see, suppose say current assets are 4 lakh, current liabilities are 1,50,000. This liabilities are 1,50,000, more than double means more than 3 lakh, it must be current assets. It's having how much? 4 lakh. It is much recommendable. So this is good. current ratio. As per the ratio 2:1 it should be, but it has crossed more than 2.67. So as per our survey, current ratio is good, it is recommendable, and the organization is in a good position, good liquid position you can say. Second one is quick ratio. Quick ratio should, what is the ideal ratio? 1:1. It should be at least equal to each other. Exactly we got the answer 1:1. Both are equal. Current that is quick assets and quick liability both are equal. So this is also recommendable. Or otherwise, if you get anything more than double, more than this current liabilities, that is also recommendable. Now next one, absolute liquid ratio. Absolute liquid ratio should be 1:2. Now what we are having, 0.33:1. 0.33:1 means it should be double. Liability should be double, but at least assets should be at least half of the liabilities, because it is absolute liquid. Absolute liquid, we expect half of this quick liabilities. Now what is happening here? This is less. Liquid assets are less, not even half of this. So that is why this is not recommendable. Absolute liquid ratio is not satisfactory, because it's not following the ideal ratio 1:2. Whereas current ratio 2:1, it is satisfying, which we can recommend it. Liquidity position is good, and quick ratio 1:1, exactly it's following 1:1. So both the ratios, current ratio, liquid ratio, both are recommended. This is the conclusion we have to give. Hope the talk is useful for you, and in the coming classes I'll work out few more ratios, other ratios also. Please be in touch. Do share these videos with everyone, and it may be useful for some students. So thank you very much for your feedback, and stay tuned with me. Be in touch. In the description box I have given a lot of playlists like job skills, interview skills, communication skills, body language, and all the skills you can learn. The links are in the description box. Please go ahead, enhance your skills. Stay blessed. Good luck.